Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're tackling something that, honestly, almost every mountain biker totally overlooks, yet it completely transforms how you feel out on the trail. We're talking about why a super simple, targeted pre-ride routine is the absolute secret to a much better mountain bike ride. And spoiler alert, no, it's not a $1,200 carbon wheel set. If you want to ride stronger, feel better, and actually have fun from the very first pedal stroke, you are definitely in the right place.
Because we've all been there, right? Picture this. You just parked at the trailhead, you pull your bike off the rack, strap on your helmet, and boom, you immediately hit a steep, punchy climb. Your legs are ice cold, your joints are stiff, and those initial minutes just feel absolutely grueling. Your heart rate spikes, your muscles feel like lead, and you're kind of left wondering why you even signed up for this today. Heading out on the trail without warming up leaves your body totally stiff, and it literally makes those first few miles feel infinitely harder than they actually need to be.
But hey, here's the good news. The ultimate fix for this doesn't require some 30-minute yoga session in the middle of the gravel parking lot. We are talking about a routine that takes only 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. That is all it takes to completely prep your body for the heavy demands of the dirt. Spending just a tiny, tiny fraction of your day on a short, dynamic warm-up is a real game changer for your entire ride experience. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to look at why we warm up, how to power up the lower body, then stabilize the upper body. After that, we'll talk about the easy pedaling start, and finally, we'll wrap up with the post-ride cooldown.
All right, let's kick things off with section 1, why warm up? Preparing for the trail.
So the thing to remember is that mountain biking is absolutely not just a leg sport. It is a highly demanding, full-body workout. Your legs are mashing up steep climbs, your core is constantly firing to keep you balanced over the chunky stuff, and your arms and shoulders, they're basically acting as organic shock absorbers while you steer through the twists and turns. A proper warm-up directly addresses all of this. You're actively increasing blood flow to your muscles, literally waking them up from the car ride. You're improving flexibility and mobility, prepping your joints to move under a heavy load, and dialing in your balance and coordination. And all of that translates to one massive, undeniable benefit. You increase your comfort early in the ride, completely bypassing that sluggish, heavy feeling.
Now, before we get into the actual moves, we need to set some quick rules of engagement. There is a huge difference between pre-ride and post-ride stretching. Before you ride, experts strongly recommend dynamic stretches. This simply means gently taking your joints through their range of motion while keeping your body moving. You're basically lubricating the joints. This is a totally different ballgame than static stretching, which is when you hold a long stretch without moving. Save those static holds for after the ride. Right now, in the parking lot, we just need to move. Which brings us to section 2, powering the lower body. So here are 4 essential lower body movements that you can knock out while standing right next to your car. First up, leg swings. Just stand next to your bike for balance and swing one leg forward and backward about 10 to 15 times, then side to side. Do both legs. This hits your hips, hamstrings, and hip flexors, loosening everything up for a beautifully smooth pedal stroke. Next, hip circles. Hands on your hips, large, slow circles, 10 in each direction. This unlocks the lower back and hip joints, giving you the mobility you desperately need for heavy climbing and throwing the bike around underneath you. Then, bodyweight squats. Pop out 10 to 15 reps. This quickly wakes up your glutes, quads, and hips for climbing and for soaking up impacts when you inevitably pick the wrong line on a descent. Finally, calf raises. Just rise up on your toes and lower down slowly for 15 to 20 reps. Your calves are working constantly to keep you balanced on the pedals, so this really improves the ankle mobility you need for tricky, technical riding.
Oh, and there's one more absolutely crucial lower body movement, walking lunges. Let's break the mechanics down real quick. You're going to take a large step forward and lower yourself into a comfortable lunge. But the real key here is step 2. Keep your chest upright. Don't hunch over. Then push powerfully through your front foot to stand back up and alternate your legs for about 8 to 10 reps. Walking lunges are incredible because they activate this massive interconnected chain of muscles, your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and hips. Basically, the exact engine you're going to be using all day long on the bike. All right, let's move on to section 3, stabilizing the upper body. Like we said, your arms do way more than just steer. So let's look at 3 quick movements to connect your upper body to those crucial bike handling skills. First, arm circles. Make small circles forward and backward, gradually getting larger. This zeroes in on the shoulders and upper back, prepping your arms to absorb sudden, jarring impacts from rocks and roots. Second, torso rotations. Stand shoulder width apart and gently rotate your upper body side to side for 20 to 30 seconds. This fires up your core and spine, which are the exact muscles you rely on for tight cornering and shifting your body weight on the fly. And finally, shoulder rolls. Forward and backward, finished off with a few gentle neck movements. So many of us carry this nervous tension in our neck and shoulders before hitting a difficult trail, and this just melts away that pre-ride stiffness.
Now, if you've got a clean patch of grass or a tailgate nearby, this next move is a total game changer. It's the cat-cow stretch, and it targets your spine and lower back. Start on your hands and knees and slowly alternate between arching your back upwards and then rounding it downwards. Keep this going for 30 to 60 seconds. This yoga-inspired movement is amazing because it perfectly counteracts the exact strain and posture of spending hours bent over your handlebars. Honestly, it feels incredibly relieving. Okay, on to section 4, the easy pedaling start. So you're stretched out, you're on the bike, and you're ready to go. The crucial point here is that the absolute best warm-up is often simply getting on your bike and riding, but you have to do it right. For the first 5 to 10 minutes, you need to pedal easily. Actively avoid hard climbs right out of the gate if you can. Just gradually increase your effort to let those muscles fully warm up. There is absolutely no need to sprint out of the parking lot like you're trying to win an enduro stage. I promise you, forcing yourself to just ease into the ride makes the rest of the entire outing feel so incredibly smooth and powerful. And finally, section 5, the post-ride cool-down routine. So think back to our rule from earlier. Before the ride, we moved dynamically. But now, the ride is done, the bikes are loaded up, and this is the time for static stretching. Gentle static stretching after riding is highly effective for relieving muscle tightness. You want to focus on your hamstrings, quads, hip flexors, calves, glutes, and your lower back. The golden rule here is to hold each stretch comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds, and I cannot stress this enough, without bouncing. Seriously, bouncing can cause macro tears in your already tired muscles. Just hold it, breathe, and let the muscles safely cool down. I want to highlight a crucial mindset shift pulled directly from our source material today. It says, think of your warm-up as part of the ride, not a chore before it. Honestly, that is the whole philosophy wrapped up in one sentence. You don't need a lengthy, exhausting routine. Just a few minutes of preparation guarantees that your muscles are ready, your joints are moving freely, and you're going to feel better from the very first pedal stroke. It just leads to a much more confident, enjoyable day out on the trail. So, I'm going to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Will you make the warm-up a totally non-negotiable part of your next ride? Try investing just 5 to 10 minutes into these simple movements the next time you're at the trailhead, and see for yourself how it completely transforms the way you ride. But really, it begs a much bigger question. Is your lack of a simple warm-up the actual reason you're always getting dropped on that very first climb? And if you've been skipping something this easy, what other overlooked habits are currently costing you your best possible ride? Think about that next time you hit the bar.